Why dating is dead. Okay, dating is not dead, and it never will be dead. But it is dead for guys who don't fit the criteria. And that criteria, that standard, is always getting higher. Every day, it's ever higher and higher. Okay? Gotta be sexy, tall, chiseled jaw, dress nice, dark, right? Be funny, be cool, witty enough to banter and joke with her, not be emotional, not be broke, not live at home, have great hair, smell good, be well groomed. These are all things that guys need to do to get sex. These are all things that guys need to do to go on dates, to attract women. What do women have to do? Breathe, go outside. That's it. That's all they got to do. That's it. Now, yes, when a woman does not take care of her hair, when she doesn't put makeup on, which, by the way, men don't get to put makeup on, right? Women can go from 4s and 5s to 6s and 7s when they put makeup on. Easily, if not higher. But yes, if a woman is not incredibly well dressed, or, well, I shouldn't say incredibly, if she's not decently dressed, because women don't really have to dress up that much. It's not really the same. Guys don't look at girls who are like really well dressed. Like, guys don't really care how well dressed a girl, as long as she's reasonably dressed, decent. Like, it's not hard for a woman to dress all that, but for a guy, I think it's a lot harder than for a woman. Now, maybe a lot of women would disagree with me. Probably. And they'll probably argue and say, no, it's so hard. We got to do all this. Really, 95% of what women have to do when it comes to dating, their makeup, take care of their hair, their nails, their skin. That's about it. Maybe a little perfume, maybe a little, maybe they need to dress a little better. That's it. It's and they act like that's like so much, when in comparison to men, like, you have no idea how hard it is for men to shop, because not only do we have to find clothes that fit, that are reasonably priced, we got to find clothes that kind of match our style. We need to have a unique style, because if we dress like cookie cutter like every other dude, t-shirt, jeans, leather jacket, and boots, which is fine, that's a fine look, we're still going to look like every other guy. Like, we need to do something to stand out, because we have to stand out, or else women won't choose us. We have to be flashy. We have to do this, that. We have to find our own style, which is good advice. If you're ever giving a guy advice on how to shop for himself for clothes, find your own style is really actually very good advice. Like, find something that works for you. Find a unique style, something cool that fits your features. That's actually really good advice, but it's hard as hell, and it's expensive as hell. For one, but that's just one aspect. Like I said, we got to be tall right there. Our genetics are like, 85% of the game. If we're not Brad Pitt, if we're not Antonio Banderas, if we don't have a chiseled jaw, if we're not, so over 6 feet tall, we're immediately disqualified. We're disqualified within 5 seconds of approaching her, period. Okay, now you can work on yourself. You can go to the gym. You can eat better, you can get muscle, get six-pack abs. You can improve a lot on your body. That's true. Okay, and that can actually bring you up a notch, I'd say, from, say, you're a 4 or a 5. It could bring you up to a 6 or a 7 if you seriously hit the gym, because it'll make your face look better if it's not fat, right? If you lose the weight around your face, it'll make you more attractive. And if you're thinner and in shape, that will make you more attractive. Definitely. Okay, but again, a lot of it is just genetics. A lot of us just are not good looking. Now, here's the thing: women don't have to be as good looking as men when it comes to dating and sex. They just don't. And a lot of women dog on men for that. They say, "Oh, men will sleep with anything," and they're kind of right in a way. And when they're always complaining about that, because they feel like men don't have any standards, and they have extremely high standards. But what it really comes down to, when you really dissect that and break that down to what that really means, is that men don't place as much emphasis on sex as women do. And the reason why women place so much emphasis on sex is because sex is what they're using to barter with. Women are bartering with sex. If you listen to my channel, I always talk about this. Women use sex as a bartering tool. They use sex to get what they want. So when women complain that men don't have as high standards as them, what they themselves don't understand is that they don't understand their own nature, which is that they're using sex as a tool to get what they want. And men don't place that much emphasis on sex. We don't place as much emphasis on sex because to us it's just a fun thing to do, and it's intimate and it's cool and it feels great. Right now I could get into the moral aspect of all that, but I don't want to go off on a tangent. But you know, men don't put that much emphasis on sex, and women do. And some women will argue and say, well, you are, when we have sex, we're taking a risk, and men aren't. We're the ones who have to carry a baby 9 months. Well, first of all, 500,000 babies a year are killed through Planned Parenthood. So women are having a lot of abortions. So I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if that's a valid enough excuse at this point in the game in 2020. If you get pregnant and you don't want the baby, you're probably just going to kill it. Sorry to say. So the other thing is, they got to worry about like, well, if I do get pregnant, is this guy the guy that I want for my kid, whatever. But I mean, well, you would argue that you wouldn't want to have a kid with some bad boy asshole, but yet they're constantly sleeping with these guys because their nature says this is what they want. Anyway, too much of a tangent there, but to bring it back a little bit, women don't have to be cool. Women don't have to be funny. It's good if they are, and to some extent, I'll actually agree with women and say, yeah, men need to have more standards. She should be cool. You should think she's cool. You should think she's funny. You should think she's witty enough to banter and joke with her. Some guys do have those standards, but women know that doesn't matter. Women know that all they got to do is show up. They don't have to be funny. They don't have to be smart. They don't have to be witty. They can be even crazy. They just don't care. This is why so many women just have no character. This is why so many women have there's no personality, nothing interesting about them. There's no essence to them. There's no spice. There's no flavor, but they're just bland, boring, basic Beckys because they don't have to. They don't have to adapt. They don't have to evolve. They don't have to try. We do. Men do. When you look at dating advice for men, when you look at game, like when guys go to learn quote unquote game, all the majority and bulk of it, besides the tactical mechanics as far as like how to approach, what to say, like how to bring the conversation forward, blah blah blah, a lot of it is working on your personality, working on being cooler, working on being more masculine and manly, all these things that men have to have inner substance. We have to have inner traits. Women just don't. And again, I do fault men for that. Men need to have higher standards. Stop marrying bitches just because they got good pussy or just because they got nice body or tits or whatever. She should have some inner substance. She should be funny. She should be interesting. She should be attractive on the inside. That's what matters in the long term. And she should also be a good person. She should have character. She should be honest. She should be loyal. She should not be a cheater. She should not be a dirty slut and all these things, right? Now we're talking long term, but I'm talking about the dating game in general. So what else do men have to do? We can't be too emotional. If we show too much emotion or we get too excited, that's an immediate turnoff. That's an automatic turnoff. They don't want anything to do with us if we're too emotional or we get too excited. We got to be stoic and bad boy and aloof and act like we don't care, right? Can't be broke. One of the biggest things, can't be broke, can't live at home. There you go. We have to have money. Women don't have to have money. We have to have money. This is so much work that men have to do to attract really any woman, because even the fives and the fours and the women who are overweight and who are just right, even they have these high standards. Oh, I want a man who's a 10, and you got single moms out here talking about don't waste my time, you better have a career, you better not be broke. It's just, this is why dating is dead. This is why dating is stale. This is why who wants to date? Like who wants that mess? Who wants to go lower your standards just to get with some 4 or 5 who has kids, who expects you to pay for everything, like, who thinks she's like princess. Anyway, man, like, for real, this is, men got to be well groomed. Women are always talking about, I got to put on this makeup and it takes so much time. You should pay for the date. Because I got to do all this makeup and I spend all this money on my nails and woo. But like, guys don't care. Like, maybe it makes you a little more attractive. Maybe it's kind of sexy, but ultimately we don't care if you're just cool and you're fun, and we just want to be intimate and we want to have a good time. And like, I don't give a shit if you got your nails done or not for $150. Like, I don't care about that. In fact, it's weird. Like, it's weird when you got these perfect nails and clicking them on the table and shit. It's like, I don't even like nails. Like, I'm not attracted to that. And girls who wear too much makeup, that's a turn off, man. For real. I mean, I do like girls with nice hair. Like, that's appreciative. But I mean, for real, like, you just got to get a nice shampoo and conditioner and take care of your, put some hair conditioner and stuff in it, or some hair stuff that makes your hair real soft. Like, that's not too hard. Like, I do appreciate that in a girl, but girls who wear too much makeup, it's kind of a turn off. Like, what do you got to wear all that makeup for? You can't be natural. Like, anyway, man. But for real, they don't have to do all that. All they got to do is show up. All they got to do is breathe, show up, not be crazy, and be able to hold a decent conversation, kind of. And they don't even really have to do that, because guys will just jump into bed with anything nowadays. So anyway, man, this is why dating's dead. Like, it's all in the favor of women. Guys have to do so much. We got to walk through so much hoops. And girls are always acting like everything's the same, like, oh, it's totally the same, men and women are the same, and like, no, man. Women can get sex anytime they want. Women can get relationships anytime they want with pretty much most of the guys they want, as long as they're reasonably attractive themselves. Guys, we got to work super hard just to get anything, man. We got to work super hard to get anywhere with any girls, really. Unless the guy looks like Brad Pitt or he's rich, and those are the standards now. You got to look like Brad Pitt and be rich, or else you're a nobody. And I saw this picture with actually, let me find it here. I saw this picture with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it really fucking hit home, man. Let me find it here. Here we go. Actually, Better Bachelor shared this. Leonardo DiCaprio at the beach. Women would rather share a winner than have an average guy all to themselves. He doesn't look too thrilled to me. Yeah, he's fucking bored. Because all these women are not interesting. They're just vapid whores. And he's just fucking them. Right? He's just having orgies with these fucking models. And he's not fulfilled because he doesn't have love, right? And girls always act like, oh, all men want is sex. Like, no, we can't be fulfilled with just sex. We need more. We definitely need more. But anyways, guys, that's why dating's dead. It's just too hard, man. It's too much standards. Too much standards for men. And a lot of it is just genetics. If you're not genetically attractive, you're just a nobody. You're just gone. You're just pieced out. Anyway, guys, appreciate you listening. It's been Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.